Is it true that one of BTS's members, Kim Taehyung, experienced a critical condition during his military service? What exactly happened behind the walls of the military base that has been kept away from public view? And most shockingly, why was Jungkook reportedly so surprised that he postponed several of his personal schedules after hearing this news? This news is not just a wild rumor. A military officer with a rank of major, whose name was deliberately withheld for internal security reasons, finally spoke to South Korean media earlier this week, and his statement left the public stunned. In a confession given to the national news agency, he mentioned that Taehyung's condition was once under strict medical supervision for more than 72 hours due to an incident that had never been previously disclosed. But what exactly happened? According to preliminary reports gathered by several major South Korean media outlets, including Yonhap News and Herald Corp, Taehyung, who is currently undergoing his mandatory military service as part of a special unit, was once involved in an intensive training incident that caused minor to moderate injuries to several soldiers, including himself. However, these reports always concluded with no serious casualties and the situation has been controlled. But the officer's statement indirectly refutes those claims, saying that one member once experienced complications due to extreme exhaustion. He did not mention a name, but strong speculation points to Kim Taehyung. Why is this such a big deal? Because all this time, neither the military nor the agency has ever confirmed any physical or mental health disturbances experienced by Taehyung. On the contrary, the image that has been maintained is that all BTS members currently serving, including Jin, J-Hope, Suga, RM, Jimin, and Jungkook, who enlisted last, are in prime physical and mental condition. But with this unexpected statement now public, attention from the public and fans is immediately drawn to one fundamental question. Has there been an effort to hide Taehyung's condition from the public eye? And furthermore, what impact does this have on BTS's internal relations, especially for Jungkook, who is known to have a very strong emotional bond with Taehyung since their pre-debut days? Some independent media have stated that Jungkook received this news through private channels and reportedly contacted several HYBE management staff in a state of disbelief and concern. A source from within HYBE, who declined to be named, stated that Jungkook's reaction could not be emotionally hidden and he stopped communicating for more than 2 days. Speculation continues to run rampant. On online forums such as the Kur and Pan, fans began connecting various silent and empty moments from Jungkook's personal posts before enlistment as signs that he may have received hints or signals from Taehyung about a condition he never publicly shared. It should be noted that since Taehyung's military training began, there were indeed several unofficial reports from netizens living near the training site that one BTS member was seen being carried into a medical vehicle. But at the time, there was no concrete evidence or official confirmation. But now, with the confession of an active duty officer, the public feels a layer of truth is beginning to unfold. It not only highlights the transparency of military institutions, but also touches on the fans' trust in the agency that has long been considered highly protective of its artists. One undeniable aspect of this news is the emotional involvement. Not only because it involves BTS and its members who are considered national icons in South Korea, but also because the personal closeness between Jungkook and Taehyung is no secret. They are known to support each other in difficult times, and there have been many public moments that show their bond as more than just co-workers. Some fans even see them as brothers. The fact that Jungkook, known for being very private and rarely displaying emotions publicly, showed a fairly extreme emotional reaction in HYBE's internal reports only strengthens the suspicion that what happened to Taehyung is not something to be taken lightly. HYBE itself has not issued an official statement as of the time this article was published. But public pressure continues to mount, especially with hashtags like #ProtectTaehyung and #WhereIsTaehyung trending in South Korea and internationally for more than 12 hours since the military officer's statement spread online. Some fans have even urged the Korean National Human Rights Commission to investigate the working conditions and safety of military personnel from the celebrity sector, stating that no matter how big a star is, They are not immune to the risks of intensive military training, but the public deserves to know if there are procedural violations or neglect. Meanwhile, theories have emerged that Jungkook's shock was not only due to Taehyung's physical condition, but also the possibility that Taehyung had been hiding something personal from everyone, including his fellow members. Some fans have revisited Taehyung's interview before his military enlistment, where he once said, "I will go through this period calmly, and I hope everyone doesn't worry too much." That sentence is now considered an indication that he was aware of a major challenge he didn't want to share with anyone. Furthermore, media analysts state that this case could be a turning point in the public information management of idols undergoing military service. If there really was a serious complication and it was not reported, this could set a bad precedent. The military and agency could lose public trust in the long term, said Professor Kang Min-jun, a social analyst and media observer from Korea University. The public now waits in tense anticipation. On one hand, the hope for clarity from HYBE and the military regarding Taehyung's current condition grows stronger. On the other, many voices are calling for Jungkook to be given private time to process his emotional state. Numerous fans have expressed their support on social media with messages like "Stay strong, Jungkook" and "We're with you, Taehyung." The question now is, will there be an official clarification soon? Or will the public be left to continue speculating while trying to piece together the truth from fragments of rumors and speculation? Whatever the case, one thing that can no longer be denied is that something happened, and its effects do not only touch Taehyung as an individual, but also the deepest layers of the emotional bond that has long been the foundation of BTS's strength, the irreplaceable connection between its members. This article will continue to be updated as new information from official parties becomes available. But as of this moment, confirmation regarding Kim Taehyung's physical and psychological condition remains a mystery that demands answers. Meanwhile, Jungkook's emotional response stands as the strongest signal, yet that what has been hidden all this time is no small matter. And the biggest question now hanging in the public's mind is, why did it take this long for truth to finally approach the surface? However, in the wave of immense attention and sympathy towards this issue, one crucial question arises and must be seriously reflected upon. Can all the information circulating truly be trusted? Are we witnessing a long-hidden truth finally being revealed? Or conversely, are we being dragged into a narrative carefully crafted to stir emotions, reinforce loyalty, and undeniably increase traffic across various digital platforms? When a military officer was reported to have spoken out about Taehyung's condition, most of us immediately accepted the information without first asking, who exactly is this officer? Is his statement officially documented? What is the credibility of the media outlet that first brought up this narrative? Amidst the euphoria and concern, how many of us actually verified, or at least questioned, the source? Undeniably, the entertainment industry, especially in South Korea, has a very complex dynamic. Information and emotion are the two most powerful tools in maintaining public attention. Therefore, we cannot ignore the possibility that much of this narrative might be crafted to evoke worry, interest, or even to sustain the relevance of public figures during their military service hiatus, which naturally lowers their media exposure. In this context, the public is faced with a moral and intellectual challenge. Will we continue to be part of spreading unverifiable narratives? Or will we start training ourselves to be skeptical, verify information, and discuss it with objectivity? It is our duty as an intelligent society to avoid the trap of sensationalism. Do not just read the headlines. Do not trust in clips cut out of context, and do not be easily swayed by narratives claiming internal sources without presenting concrete evidence. The digital world can easily produce illusions, and in a case this big, the impact is enormous on individual reputations, on public trust, and on the integrity of institutions, whether military or entertainment agencies. So, what about you? Do you believe that this incident truly occurred as reported? Or do you see a manipulative pattern in how this information is constructed and disseminated? Are we talking about a real hidden event? Or are we being drawn into a grand illusion controlled by algorithms and the demand for viral content? It is important for all of us to remember that not everything viral is true. Not everything emotional is factual. Not everything that touches the heart represents reality. In a world flooded with information and digital noise, skepticism is the highest form of care. We invite you to take a moment, reflect on what you have read, and ask yourself, what do I believe to be the truth? And why do I believe it? Because in the end, information is merely a tool. What separates manipulation from understanding is how critically we can think in facing it. Thank you for reading with full attention. We will continue to monitor the development of this issue and update information if there is an official clarification from the military or HYB labels. Until that time comes, be wise in spreading, reading, and responding to news. The truth does not always come in the most attractive packaging, but it is always worth seeking.